fly to Paris tomorrow. I was really hoping this is what we'd get, and we have. Hello everybody, exciting little update. Today is Saturday, and you know what that means? I fly to Paris tomorrow. I am so excited. I have been waiting for this for so long. I broke up yesterday from work, so I'm on annual leave again for the week because I'm trying to use up all my leave before the leave year comes to an end. So normally I wouldn't take holiday in March, but the annual leave calendar ends in March, so I've had a week left to use up, so I've used that this week. Going to Paris for my boyfriend Yija's birthday to celebrate that. It's just going to be such a lovely little getaway for us. We are currently ironing some clothes, as you can see here, and getting ready to pack. Normally we wouldn't leave it so last minute, but I think the weather's been changing constantly, so we just didn't really know what to pack. And I originally packed loads of jumpers and jeans and warm things because it was set to rain the whole week. And now it's saying it's forecast for 20-degree heat on one of the days. I think it's 16, 17 on the rest, but the first day we get there is freezing. It's like 11 degrees and raining, and then all of a sudden it turns into beautiful spring weather. So I just didn't really know what to pack. So packing today, I'm gonna crack on and do that now, and then just sort out the last minute bits of our documents like the passenger locator form, checking in, all of that sort of stuff. And then we're gonna catch a taxi at 5 AM in the morning to the airport and fly to Paris. So I'll see you when I get there. So the suitcase is all packed now, and it's all fitting really well, and we actually still have lots of space. It doesn't really look like it because it does look quite full, but this suitcase has one of those like expanders on it, and it does stretch quite a lot. Like, as you can see, like, I'm not struggling to close that. There are a couple of last minute bits and bobs here that still need to go in, like my wash bag, my straighteners and things, but they all will be getting used tonight. And then if we come over here, excuse the mess, I have my coat laid out for tomorrow, my outfit, the shoes I'm going to be wearing. I've already packed the bag that's coming on the plane with me, and the most important thing, my passport. I literally cannot forget this. I keep having recurring nightmares about forgetting my passport and not being able to board the plane. So that is everything. I'm feeling all sorted for Paris. And the last thing to do now is to set my alarm for 4 AM, and we're ready to head off to the airport. That is going to be really painful, but it's worth it, and it'll be exciting once I get to the airport. Good morning everybody, it's 4 AM and we're about to get ready and head out to fly to Paris. I'm so excited. I don't feel too tired. I think I fell asleep about 9:30 last night because I had a really tiring day yesterday. We were running around and getting a lot of the final things finalised for the holiday, so it meant I kind of crashed when I got into bed. Woke up 10 minutes before the alarm was due to go off because I was like, it's time, I'm ready. I know it must be around 4 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna go grab a quick bite to eat. I'd quite like something on my stomach because our flight's at 8:30 in the morning and we don't arrive in Paris till about 11 o'clock, so I'm worried there won't be huge opportunities to eat between now and arriving. So quick bowl of cereal now. I've got a cereal bar in the bag to keep me fueled up, and then just need to shove some clothes on and get downstairs for the taxi. We've just arrived at our hotel. Unfortunately, there were no trains into Paris today. I'm not sure why. There must be works on the tracks. So we did have to get a rail replacement bus in, and then a train, and then a tube. But it wasn't too difficult to use. I mean, I couldn't read anything, so I was relying on Yija to help. Not that he can speak French either. He just remains calm in a situation like that more than I do, so he could navigate the transport a lot better. It was pretty funny. There was one guy who was signposted there to help tourists get on and off the transport, and we were asking him questions obviously in English about where to go, and just as we got to the end of our conversation I said like merci, and he was like, he started speaking to me in French. He was like, oh, you speak French? And I was like, no, I do not speak French. I wish I did. I wish I could get around a bit better, but maybe I can pick some up this holiday. Anyway, I want to give you a little bit of a room tour now, because this is kind of my live reaction. We've just arrived. So I'll turn the camera around. Oh, there's Yija. So we have this closet here with a couple of coat hangers, thank goodness, because I need to hang my dresses up. This is the bed. It's a lot bigger than we expected it to be. We thought it might be quite small, obviously. It's kind of like London, being in Paris with it being a main city, so we did think it might be a little bit smaller, but this is quite a bit more sizable than we thought it would be. Here I am. Hello. If you come around here, we've got this lovely big window and a city view. This is kind of what I envisaged a Parisian view to look like, and I was really hoping this is what we'd get, and we have. And then if you come in, here is our little bathroom, which is perfect for us. It's a little bit small, but I mean, we don't need much. We're just here to rest our heads and then head out. So that is the room. I'll turn you back around now. It is, let's see, what time is it? 10 to 12 UK time, so it's actually 10 to 1 here. So we're just gonna get unpacked, I'm gonna put some makeup on, and then we're gonna dash out and grab some lunch. We have been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, so I am very, very hungry. I did have a quick breakfast and a cereal bar on the plane, but I am really, really ready for a baguette and a croissant, or just something Parisian. I need to get in the mood. I need to feel like I'm in France now. So that is the first day done. We are back in for the evening. I honestly don't know where the time has gone. We arrived in the hotel at about, was it 1 o'clock? I think around 1 o'clock. Unpacked, went out to get some food, had some really delicious lunch, but unfortunately there was a little bit of an incident where the waiter was a bit rude to us. We'd tried to order in French and he'd asked us a question and we didn't quite understand, and we were trying really hard to work it out, but he'd spoken quite quickly, and like my boyfriend and I don't really have a great command over French. We really appreciate language learning. Like, he speaks lots of languages. I learned French a little bit at school, but German for around 8 years. So I enjoy language learning and I really appreciate how valuable it is, but neither of us have a great command of French, so we didn't really understand. And he'd made a remark about how we shouldn't come to France if we can't speak French or something. So that kind of upset me, and I think because I know that as a couple we do really appreciate language learning and we were trying our hardest to speak the language and adapt to the culture and fit in here. We by no means expect anybody to try and speak English for us. We are trying our hardest to understand and pick up phrases where we can. So it did upset me, I think, especially with being up since 4 o'clock in the morning. I was feeling a little bit tired and emotional. So that set off the day to a little bit of a bad start. We came back to the hotel just to kind of clear our heads. I was feeling a bit upset and I didn't really want to be out anymore. Freshened up, went back out, went to see the Notre Dame, and that was so impressive. I just can't believe it like caught fire and burned down so recently as well. Like, that's insane, but it looked magnificent. We then walked around in the rain for a little bit and then it got quite heavy, so we jumped into a crepe place, which was so tasty. We went for it was like homemade milk jam, lemon and speculoos biscuit, which we wanted something a bit different that you couldn't get in the UK. So we were like, yeah, let's go for that rather than Nutella or something. Then after that, we went to meet one of Yija's school friends for dinner, who is French and lives in France. We had a couple of glasses of wine and then we went for food, which, I mean, I wasn't even hungry, but you know when you're like, I want to try as much food while I'm in France as possible. So we popped into this lovely restaurant and ordered some sharing platters. We went for the French onion soup, which has been my highlight of the day. It was so delicious. And then a sharing platter cheese board, which again, really tasty. But now I'm feeling quite sick. I haven't had dairy for quite some time because I've been trying to live with a more plant-based diet, but obviously in France it feels quite difficult to do vegetarian and vegan. So I am giving myself a little bit of slack with the vegan and eating cheese, because I do secretly love cheese and I feel like I'm on holiday, I'm going to treat myself. So did go for the cheese board, which was delicious, but now I'm feeling very full and a little bit sick because I've eaten too much today. Probably more than I should have done because I wanted to try things and I wasn't even particularly hungry, but we move, it's a holiday and I'm allowed to treat myself. I'm about to hop in the shower now, get this makeup off and head into bed. It is only 10 o'clock. I mean, technically my body is still on 9 o'clock English time, but I'm very tired from the early start. So hop in the bath, get an early night, and then ready to do some more touristing in the morning.